Good night, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August the 30th, and we're gonna go with the daily technical video day. Guys, very simple. We believe that the market have get now to a point when definition is gonna happen within the next 24 hours. Why we believe with that is the reason that we believe that is because of this. Either the dollar is gonna get sore and it's gonna test around 72.34 levels, or the dollar is gonna bounce tonight. The reason being is this: if you want to be a bull on the dollar, there's only one possible count here. The count is from current levels. The count is, this is a S-wave triangle when you got A, B, C, D, and you got the D last night, like we mentioned on the video. Now, what's gonna happen after is this move so far is in three-way, and we can have from here two scenarios. Either the low is in praise on the dollar, and then the dollar is gonna go strong in 5 ways to here to complete a wave fall flat, or in 3 ways to get more sharpness and a daily triangle, or the dollar is gonna test this trend line right here, and after testing the trend line, then the dollar is gonna complete this count when you got WS, and then you got ABC. This is A or W, let's say degree, and then we got this is S, and then we got a B, and the dollar is gonna be lower to possible new lows even below the low that we have in May. So technically speaking, tonight of the next 28 to 30 hours is the night when the dollar is gonna decide which way we go. We have done all the out days and we see many interesting levels. But before, let me show you this selling scenario in the 1 hour chart. This is the dollar in the 1 hour. We're labeling as A, B, and C, and we possibly is gonna see the test of the trend line that comes around here. Right here is kind of a move to the downside, but again, this also can be 1, 2, and then 1, 2. That can be the case, and then the dollar can explode higher. So my advice to you guys, tonight should be the night when we see the dollar breaking either side. Now when you see that, we see multiple pairs, we see 18 pairs, and all the dollar pairs, they're lacking momentum. Some of them can be called a top, some of them they are showing divergences. So I know that the move, and I've been saying that since Sunday, I know that the move in the dollar is pretty close to happen, and you guys need to be ready, because I know it's pretty close to happen. Now, before we get into the dollar, let's take a look at oil. Into individual pairs. We changed the counts to 9. Still is a B way, only we change the label when we have WS, and it looks like 9088 can be in place. That's why some pairs they're calling for a possible top in place. Another they're calling for another one more high in risk. All right, and we're gonna show that. Now let's move on against 9088 on the oil right here. Let's move on now to the individual pairs. Okay guys, on the individual pairs, most of you guys know already where we stand. This is the same scenario on the euro dollar that we have on the dollar. The euro needs to break tonight. Now, the way we're seeing it right now is a 3-way decline right here, when possible we have A flat B, and 3, but this looks corrective so far. Having said that, this looks corrective and it's still allowing, and then this can be A, B, A and B, and this being part of the third way, or this can be A, B, W, and then we're gonna get a slow 9 to 9 and a move lower to around 83.78 to gonna test this trend line. Another way is that the euro is nesting to the downside and then it can go to around 44.80 before lower, and then you're gonna have 1 2 1 2 before a huge move to the downside. That's the euro in the 1 hour. Now another 1 hour move that was telling me that the dollar is very close to the to create and to make a move is pound. Cable looks like it did 1 2 3 4, and it's gonna make a new low. My 1 hour system is giving me the setup of a 4-way right here. So a new low right here is gonna make 5 ways in cable for a secondary top, which is very bearish. Still, we're gonna see some dollar weakness in some pairs, but that's gonna limit the move on the dollar. It's gonna that's gonna be concentrating and making the case for the move in the dollar. Again, we like the scenario with a new low right here in cable. Now let's take a look at the CAD. All you guys know that the CAD needs 3 ways from here, and it looks like it did from this low. It looks like the CAD did 1 2 3 4 5, making the case for A. Maybe we are now we're gonna get B down here to around, I would say, possible 97.55, and then from there we're gonna go higher to around 98.52, or even we can go higher from current levels before the test of the 96.85 96 area, and then from there the dollar CAD should trade higher. Telling you, possible this is a 5-way swings. I can be run on the first leg, and or I can be run there, and we can have a low in the dollar CAD. So my advice to you guys is start thinking about creating long US dollar position. I know that the move is close. I can smell it, guys. Now gold did a 5-way move from the lows like we've been forecasting, 1 2 3 4 5. Now what you expect in gold? You expect 3 ways back to around 70.50 again before they move higher. This is telling me also that some type of risk is gonna be in the market. Now this is euro pound. Again, what we like in euro pound is a flat, and we like another high about this one, but possible we're gonna see a test again of 88.10 before moving higher. Okay, this one is pretty tough to swallow. This is Aussie. Aussie, if you put the RSI, look, we got divergence today in the first high, but my indicator trading system is telling me, and not only that, this drop right here looks corrective, guys. So that's why I'm labeling like this, but I want you to be aware that chasing this 5th way right here, or wave 5, is very risky in my own opinion. Better it's better selling with a stop around 108 than buying it at current levels, in my own opinion. The same happened with the New Zealand. And then let me show you the euro in the 4 hour. The euro in the 4 hour, we still liking it like this. We changed the counts today to this when we got 1 A B C, because we know a move in the dollar of around 200 or 300 pips is gonna happen. We can feel that. So we change it like a 1, and then A B C on a flat wave 2, and then going higher to the 151. That's an alternative to the, also can be the daily triangle. So keep that in mind. On this way, we're still laboring WS, and then we got 3 way here, 3 backs, and S right here. We should get 3 ways here to finish that move, and consequently the 3-way or 5 ways move also can be labeled as an ending diagonal when you got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. If that's the case, it's very possible that the euro top. Again, you see this trend line that comes from all the lows? That's the key. I'm expecting a test of that trend line later on today. If the trend line is broken, then we're gonna see 5-way move acceleration in favor of the dollar, and then we're gonna see euro CAD. But seeing the cable, we believe that there won't be that much acceleration in the dollar, and then we're gonna get a marginal new low and then 3 backs, and that's what I think is the case. We need to wait, but it's possible, guys, that I say this twice, it's possible that the bottom in the dollar is in place. But if the dollar do not get acceleration close enough, then it's possible that the dollar is going to be set off again. Alright, so that's what we see for tonight, guys. S&P is still like 1228 before lower, but we believe that we are pretty close to the move. Now, another thing before I go is the euro yen. The euro yen, okay, one second, let me show you the euro yen in the 1 hour. Looks like it's making a 5-way move from the area that we've been mentioning, 112. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. That creates a top on the euro yen. Another one that is very interesting is the euro CAD, when you can call it as a truncation wave 5, and then you can call it like it did 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 and another low we make, or maybe from here we make a top. So the euro as a group is turning lower. I want you guys to understand that. I think that the dollar is very close to top, and from there, guys, nothing more than buying the dollar until we see a bottom again, a top again, and then selling the dollar. That's what we got for tonight, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.